Alright, John Oaks here with HANKSTERS Hot Rods here in our Homer City, PA showroom here. And today we've got this nice piece here sitting in front of you. This is our newest addition to our inventory, a 1969 Ford Bronco, two-door version here. It's got the soft top on it. Now this thing here, this thing's beautiful, top to bottom. All the panels on this vehicle are the original sheet metal. All except for, from what I understand, is the tailgate. That was the only new piece that was put on. But all the panels are in a line very, very well. Looking down the side of this vehicle, I can see that the front fender, the door, and the rear quarter on this vehicle all line up really nice. It's super straight down the side for a Ford Bronco of this year. Again, all steel, the correct Cordova orange exterior paint on this vehicle as well. Now, of course, it's been repainted, but they retained the correct color on this vehicle. Now, it's got the color matched grille, it's got the color matched fender flares here also, and those are finished off real nice. They've got stainless bolts in those. We can see that our side marker light, the lenses on those, and the bezels around those are in real nice condition. There's no chips or cracks out of the lens covers. We've got the Bronco emblem here on the front fenders as well. All of our hinges, those steel hinges, those are in excellent condition too. The finish on our mirrors, both on I guess just the driver's side, it looks like, but the chrome finish on our mirrors is in excellent shape. There's no pitting whatsoever on those. Even up around our door frames here, the window frames, and our vent window here, all of that bright work and trim around there looks to be in really good shape. No pitting whatsoever on there. It's polished up really nice. And the rubbers around our vent window are in good shape too. Now, as I said, our door fits really, really good for a Ford Bronco of this year. We can look at our gaps even here on the front side as well as on the back side of our door. And we can see that those are pretty uniform. As we open our door up, take a look inside. You can see that our Cordova orange exterior paint follows through on the inside also, on the doors, throughout the thresholds here, even up on the dash here in this vehicle. Now, of course, the Broncos, back in the day, they were kind of a primitive vehicle. Didn't have a whole lot in them for an interior, so you've got very little interior as far as door panels and seats, the upholstery there. That's about all that there is. On the floors, a lot of guys always elected to do the like the roll-in or the spray-in sound ender or truck bed liner, basically, to help protect those floors and give you a nice rugged looking interior in those vehicles too. So that's what this has, along with the full roll cage. Now, we'll go back to our interior here a little bit later, but again, I just wanted to kind of open that door up and kind of give you a little bit of a visual of the inside of the vehicle there. We close the door, it shuts nice and easy. Again, you can tell that the door's adjusted very well. As I said, it's got this soft top here. That's been installed and looks in good shape here. Again, you can flip that open too if you need to, or take it all the way off. Just a real nice add-on piece there to this vehicle. Of course, you can see it's got the dual fuel fillers here, fuel fill necks. So you've got that, and then of course tires on this thing. These things are brand new. They're General Grabber AT2 tires. The size on those are 33 12.5 R15 LTs. So, and again, of course, that's the same size, all four corners. And then we have the ultra aluminum slotted wheels here on this vehicle too. Those are 15-inch wheels on all four corners. All right, so here we are now around the backside of our 69 Ford Bronco here. Right away, you can see that we do have a matching spare tire and wheel on the back of this. So again, same thing, the General Grabber AT2, same size, 33 1250 by 15 LT. Of course, mounted on, again, the ultra aluminum slotted wheel. Now again, this whole back end looks just as great as the rest of the vehicle. Our tail lights and our reflectors, all those lenses, those are in excellent shape. There's no chips or cracks out of any of those. The bezels around them are just as nice as can be, polished up real nice. They're not bent up, they're not dinged in. Very straight, very nice looking. Of course, over here, not sure if we're able to see it on our camera because of the tire, but we do have our license plate mount here as well. And again, beautifully chromed bumpers on this thing, both on the rear as well as up front, which we'll see here in just a little bit. Again, you see the back side of our soft top here. Again, everything's all plastic on this, but it's still in good shape. They're the tinted windows in the soft top. So again, that's going to be nice for you while you're out driving around. Now this does all flip out and our tailgate does open, so we'll show you that too as well. Just bear with me, I gotta find our lock, our latch, lift up, and there we come. So again, this swings out real nice and easy. Again, it's a little heavier than normal with that bigger tire on the back, but again, that's going to suit its purpose if you're out driving around and you happen to need a direct replacement for what you've got. So again, tailgate, as I said, everything on this vehicle as far as sheet metal is all the original stuff, with the exception of the tailgate. But again, you can see the tailgate fits real super nice there, and again, all painted that Cordova orange exterior. Now our tailgate, again, it does open up. Latch works very good. You've got your hinges on the side there that are all intact and in good shape. And again, you can see in just at the back here, see that we do have still that full roll cage there. We've got the bolt-in bench seat in the back here that you can remove if you'd like to. Seat belts are all intact there too for it. And again, that bed liner covering that they have on the floors and up over the fender wells, even on the insides of the rear quarter panels, you can see all of that was done very nice on this vehicle. So we'll put this all back, close it up. Again, you see that that latch is good. It ain't going to come open on you. And then we'll go ahead and shut our spare tire gate here. So bring that around. Now this, whenever you get this, you just want to make sure when you're opening and closing, there is a little lock or a latch here that you have to lift up on to get the opening mechanism there to work right. But it goes right back in place as it should. And then of course you can see they've even added the mount, and it looks like a new gas can back here to complete that off-road look to our vehicle. Alright, so starting now from the rear of our passenger side of our Bronco here, we'll take a look at the hinges back here for our spare tire mount back here. Those hinges are in good shape. These all steel brackets back here. They're not chipped up. They're nicely painted up black. Bolts are in very good condition on this thing. So again, nothing looks patched up or anything. They did a real nice job on this vehicle. Now, as far as bright work back here, we do have these chrome tailpipe extensions. Those are on both sides. Again, the Cordova orange exterior with those color matched fender flares. The stainless bolts holding everything on. Again, the general grabber tires with the 15-inch ultra slotted wheels there. And again, as I've mentioned before, the steel on this car, all original and very straight, even down this side. I've already looked at the quarter versus the door versus the front fender. Everything falls in line. Very, very nice on this vehicle. We can look at our gaps too on this side here, both on the back side as well as up front, and tell that those are very uniform front to back. Our hinges are in great shape on this vehicle. Let's go ahead and we'll open this door up too. Opens up easy. Painted on the inside as well. Again, very limited as far as door panels and as far as our seats go in here. And again, full roll cage, all that stuff. So, like I said, we always go back inside and check this out a little later, but the door shuts good. Again, we have our Bronco emblem up here on the front fender, and then continuing all the way up to the front, back up to our front marker or reflector here, I believe is what it is. That lens is in excellent shape. The bezel around it looks good. Even the mount going to the fender looks to be in great shape. Alright, here we are now at the front of our Bronco here, pretty much kind of the business end of things. We've gone a little bit out of out of sequence here, but that's because I'm a little bit short and we need to get the hood up on this and discuss the engine that's in here. So we'll do that first, then we'll shut the hood and continue on. What we have in here, this is a non-original motor. This is a 289 cubic inch small block Ford. On this motor here, we do have a chrome air cleaner and a reusable air filter element. We've got As far as the ignition system, it looks like it has been upgraded. We now have, looks to be an MSD distributor on here, along with an MSD blaster 2 coil, and a set of MSD 8.5 superconductor wires. Again, that'll deliver a lot better spark to this motor here and get you running better. Now this has just your stock intake on it, just a cast intake. It's got a set of painted valve covers on it. They're embossed with "Powered by Ford" on them. So a nice little touch there. You got the valve cover breather along with the PCV valve in here to help things, keep running, the way they should, plumbed into the carburetor there. Now this vehicle here does have power steering. It's also a power brake vehicle as well. So that'll make driving it a lot more of a pleasure for anybody that wants to get into a vehicle like this. Stock style radiator on this thing, obviously with the fan shroud here to help keep things cool. It retains the coolant overflow reservoir and the windshield wiper reservoir. So those are all intact under the fenders here too. Battery disconnect here, and then we also have the heater lines are all hooked up. Now this is an all steel hood, painted black underneath. All of your inner fender wells and your cowl back there, that's all painted black as well. Even your core support up here painted black to kind of help offset things a little bit on this vehicle. So bear with me, I'm going to go ahead and lower our hood down, and that way you can kind of see how well it looks. It's all steel too, and there we go, we are down. I'm going to come off my ladder here, put it back, and again you can see this is an all steel hood. It's got what looks to be locking hood pins on here. These are just for looks though. As far as our gaps there down the sides, very uniform side to side. Elevation's not too terrible either on this vehicle. They match up really good at the back. Just a little wee bit difference here up front, but again, there's adjustment there. They could be raised up a little bit. The metal is great. The paint is in excellent shape, smooth and shiny. You can see we've got the color matched grille here too. A little bit of bright trim work around there, and it's not in too bad a condition either. Pretty straight there. As far as our front parking lights here, those are intact. The lenses are in good shape on those. Our front headlights, those are your traditional sealed beam headlights. So you got high and low beam unit all in one here. Again, your bright work around those, the bezels, those are in really good shape too. Got your Ford emblem right here in the center, and they have those letters painted, that same Cordova orange exterior. Again, very nice chrome front bumper there. These bumpers look excellent on this vehicle, so again, you'll have no complaints there. As far as anything else that I can go over quickly here, of course, this is a four-wheel drive Bronco. It's got the locking hubs on the front. It's got the 9-inch Ford rear in the back with a set of 411 gears. It's got the 2-speed transfer case, I believe the 3-speed transmission in it as well. So everything about this vehicle retains kind of its stock look, but yet it's beefed up a little bit with the lift that's on it, with the wheels and tires, the fender flares, but it all looks great. And again, the big selling point here is that this is all original sheet metal with the exception of the tailgate on this vehicle. So, all right, now here we are inside our 69 Ford Bronco. We'll start right out at the doors and kind of work our way inside here. So as I said, you've got the same Cordova orange paint that's on the exterior of the vehicle. It continues its way on the inside of the doors here. Even across the dash here, you see that same color paint. As I said, these vehicles back in the day, they were pretty primitive, didn't have a whole lot in it for upholstered interior. You do have a semblance of a door panel on both sides here, which are not in too bad a shape. Of course, you've got the armrest over there as well. We've got the bucket seats up front. We also have a matching bench in the rear, which that can be unbolted and taken out if you wish. If you need the extra cargo room back there, you can do that. All the seat belts are present. We've got kind of like a racing style belt up front, or a racing harness up front here. Got pretty normal belts in the back for the bench seat. You can see it's got a full roll cage in it. Comes all the way to the front, goes all the way to the back. I would say it's what they consider probably like a 6-point cage. It's got the handles up here, so you can use those to assist you in getting up and inside the vehicle, because again, it is a little taller for shorter people. You can see it's got a custom Grant wood rim steering wheel in here. Real nice looking piece here. All of the factory gauges, which wasn't much. You had one gauge over there on the left hand side of the column that contained your speedometer, your oil pressure, water temperature, the fuel gauge, and I believe the voltmeter over there. We also have a column mount tack on here. Again, not something that would have been needed in this vehicle, but because it is a 3-speed vehicle, they did go ahead and put that in. We do have some aftermarket gauges here as well. We've got, it looks like the voltmeter, water temperature gauge, and the oil pressure gauge. So again, it's doubled up, but it may be because either one, maybe the factory gauges inside of that Speedo might not be working, or if they are, they may not just be real accurate. So they put in these more modern gauges just so they can monitor things a little more closely there in this vehicle. Now you see the 2 shifters here. Again, that's because we do have a 4-speed vehicle here. You can shift between 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive high, 4-wheel drive low. These are dual Duffy's chrome shifters here. So again, those are real nice units to have in here, complete with the wood grain knobs here from Duffy's as well. They've also added in here this nice little locking center console. It's not a very big unit. It is deep though, so you still have lots of room in here for everything. It is locking. It takes this little special key here. It's a little round one, kind of like you see on the pop machines nowadays. But anyways, it does work. This is made by Tuffy, and it's an all steel. It's got a padded top on it, so you can rest your arm on that too. Now if you open this up, again, like I said, it is a real deep unit, so there's lots of room to put things in here. And then it's got a front section here as well. If you flip that open as such, we've got our Pioneer AM/FM CD player in here. So it's hidden away real nice, and when you have this locked up, makes it nice and secure in here too, so nobody can get to it. Along with your CD player in here, we've got a set of overhead speakers here. So we've got, looks like maybe 4x6s here. Got a little tweeter in up here. I noticed there's another one right here in the vent area of our dash. And then we have a set of speakers in the doors there in the lower section of the door. Again, the floor itself done in the kind of like the truck bed liner. Again, it's done nice. So again, it's going to help protect that floor, make it nice and rugged. So if you're out either cruising or out on the trails with this vehicle, it's going to take an awful lot to really, do any kind of harm on the inside of our vehicle. So with that said, that's pretty much everything on the inside of our vehicle here. All right, we've got our 1969 Ford Bronco here up on the lift now. So we're going to take a look at the underside and show you what we have underneath here. So starting at the front, as far as suspension goes, we do have a Rancho 3-inch suspension lift on this vehicle. It's got the Rancho RS 5000 shocks both on the front as well as on the rear of the vehicle. It's also got the Rancho front steering stabilizer on it, and all of the stuff is real heavy duty up here. So again, all good product up here. As far as our drive line, this is a 4-wheel drive vehicle. You've got locking hubs up front. You can see your front drive shaft here. Universals look really good on that. You've got a 2-speed transfer case here next. Then you've got your rear drive shaft here, of course, and this goes back to a 9-inch Ford rear end back here. And I believe the gear in here, I think, is a 411 gear on that rear end. Now this vehicle is a 4-wheel drum brake vehicle. I believe it's power brake though, so 4-wheel power brakes, drum brakes that is. As far as drive line goes, engine, transmission, rear end, we've already been through some of it, but we do have a non-original 289 cubic inch motor in this, backed with that 3-speed manual transmission. And then of course, like I said, it is 4-wheel drive with the 2-speed transfer case, and then your 9-inch Ford out back. As far as wheels and tires go on this vehicle, we got 15-inch wheels on here. These are aluminum, they're ultra aluminum slotted wheels. And then as far as the tires go, you've got a set of General Grabber AT2 tires on here. Real nice tread patterns on these. And again, they're not real bad for road noise either. The general tires are usually pretty good. As far as size goes, of course, you've got all four the same size, and they are 33 by 1250 R15 LT tires on this vehicle. As far as exhaust work that we can see underneath here, we do have long tube headers coming down off of our 289 motor here, back into the dual exhaust, dual Flowmaster mufflers here, and then of course we've got the tailpipes that are wrapped up over top of the rear end and then exit out the rear of the vehicle with a set of nice chrome exhaust tips back there. As I said, we've got the Rancho suspension lift on this. It does have the multi-leaf rear suspension on it, along with the Rancho shocks on the back. So again, your ride's going to be real nice with those Rancho shocks on here. And then the other thing and last thing underneath here are going to be the floors. Everything underneath here, from what we were told and from what we can see, this is all original sheet metal on this vehicle, both underside as well as on the top side, with the only exception being the tailgate out back there. So again, all original sheet metal. It's all in good shape too. You can tell that this stuff's been in here for a little while, but again, it is all in good shape. I don't see any patching underneath here. It looks all solid and all intact, all one piece. No issues whatsoever. Even all the way back through your inner fender wells, as primitive as these vehicles may seem, everything is all very nicely done, intact, all solid, no holes, no patching. And then of course out back we've got our fuel tank here, and it is the original style fuel tank. The mounting hardware, the straps and everything that hold it into place is all in good condition on this vehicle. So that's pretty much it for underneath the 69 Bronco here.